Liberians, stand up. This is our land, our future, our time. One people, one nation. Let's go. One Liberia, we stand as one. From the rising moon to the morning sun. No division, no more pain. Together we rise, we build again. One love, one peace, hear the call. If one man fall, then we all fall. Hand in hand, we take our stand for Mama Liberia, our land. Liberian stand up, this our home. No more waiting, we must own. The future calling loud and clear. Fix our country, start right here. This glorious land of liberty belongs to you, belongs to me. We won't surrender, we won't break. For Liberia's sake, we awake in joy and gladness, hearts aligned. No tribe, no hate, just one mind. We shout for freedom, proud and loud. Lift Liberia, make her proud. One Liberia, we stand as one. From the rising moon to the morning sun. No division, no more pain. Together we rise, we build again. One love, one peace, hear the call. If one man fall, then we all fall. Hand in hand, we take our stand for Mama Liberia, our land. From Lofa Hills to Maryland shore, we are one forevermore. All tribes united, county strong. Different voices, one same song. No selling votes, no cheap reward. We choose the truth, we choose the Lord. A better future we demand. With clean hearts we take a stand. We are our brother's keeper. Stronger when we stand together. No more fighting, no more fear. Peace and love will lead us there. Long live Liberia, hear the cry. We lift her name forever high. One Liberia, we stand as one. Shining brighter than the sun. Side by side, we'll never fall. United, we conquer all. One love, one peace. This our plea. Build the land for all to see. Hand in hand, we take our stand. God bless Liberia, our land.
God bless Liberia. Good morning, and Alex, how are you this morning?
Yeah, good morning, General. I'm okay. Everything's fine.
So how is Grand Jida this morning?
Yeah, the people of Grand Jida are doing well.
Muna
We
Kwankishan
are doing pretty well.
also known and Fearless Dialogue. No
He don't even know what's going on right now. I don't understand. Okay, yes, let me just start the show. Okay, good morning. Those of you who are listening to us by Facebook, YouTube, and by the way of radio on Top FM in Zwedru, Grand Jida County, and in Sano and surrounding Grand Jida. I want to say welcome, and also in Monrovia, we want to say welcome again to another brand new edition. I'm sorry that we've been off for some time. We've been having some technical problems. That is why we were off on. Okay, what's going on here again? Okay, I don't know what is going on. Okay, so let us start. And today's topic, we're going to talk about leadership. Leadership. And that is what we'll be talking about. We should elect good leaders and not rulers. Leaders, when you check in Proverbs 29:2, they say, When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people groan. When you don't have a good leaders, that's what happens. But when you get righteous leaders, the people will be happy. Good morning, Liberians. Today we will reflect on a question that affects every family, every community, and every nation. What makes good leaders? The Bible teaches us that leadership is not about power. Leadership is not about power. It's about responsibility. Leadership is not about controlling the people. It's about serving the people. Leadership is not about building personal empire. It is about building better future for everyone, every Liberian. That is what leaders for. When you have a leader, you want that leader to serve everyone, not just a particular group. A nation does not rise because of speeches alone. A nation rises when leaders govern with wisdom, integrity, justice, and compassion. And when citizens choose such leaders with prayers and wisdom. So we, the citizens, we got to be very careful. God will not come from heaven to vote for us, but we should be wise to know who we are choosing. So we should pray and let God give us wisdom that will select a better leader. As citizens, we also have a responsibility. We should not choose leaders based on only on popularity, on tribes, religion, on because they gave us gifts. No, because they promised us something. You should be wise. You should ask the question or on personality. Not because, oh, look at this guy, he's rich, so we're going to elect him. Oh, this man got everything. But what this man is telling you, what are the questions that you will ask him and he will answer? Some of the questions: how will you fix the educational system? How will you create jobs? What are some of your plans? How you will bring us together? How you will unite us? Because we as human beings and citizens, we know that we are divided. We know when it comes to politics in Liberia, let us not pretend. We are divided. Seditious and UP don't want to sit together. ANC and this other person don't want to sit together. We are not together, but we should ask the question: are you ready to bring us together? Are you ready to be president of Liberia? Not president of Maryland, Grand Jide, Krenkru, or Sano, or Lofa County. No. You should be president of Liberia. We should seek leaders of character, leaders who willing to serve the people. These are the kind of people we should look for. God is the source of all leadership. Every position or authority carries accountability before God. Leadership is to trust. You know what I'm saying? Leadership is a trust given by God. That's the trust. Because in everything we do, we got to put God first. We got to put God first to care for people. The Bible reminds us every day that leaders are servants of the people. That's what the Bible says. Oh, leaders are servants of the people. They are not kings. They are not rulers, because they got leaders and they have rulers. When somebody is ruling over you, you got no say. Whatever they say, that means you got nothing to tell them. They just go ahead and do whatsoever. But most of the people who have in Liberia, they are rulers. They are not leaders. We give them power. They turn around and they suppress us. You know, not our own people. A leader who forgets this truth eventually harms those he or she will be serving. Innocent, when leader, don't think that you voted for them. Yesterday you were in the pool water. Yesterday you were walking all over the place. By the time you gave them power, they forget about you. They forget about you. They start doing their own thing. All the promises is done. They forget about you. Because you know what? You never asked them a question. You only voted because you were angry. That's why you brought people to power. Now they say, no matter, I don't have to do and tell them anything. They like me, they will vote for me. They gave me the confidence. Oh, yes, because they never asked you, you never went to a debate. They just gave you the opportunity, and that was it. Now, because they elected you, oh, you try to be a king. You try now, you say, oh, I'm the king of the land. I'm the man of the land. What do you mean by you the man of the land? The guy are strong man. There's no strong man. We are all the same. The only thing, only one person can hold our positions. One person under the Constitution. There's no two captains. We gave one person to be the messenger to speak for the nation. That's why if the leader don't have vision, the nation perish. It's in the Bible. But we Liberians, we just continue to vote for people because we're from the same tribe. We vote for people because we're from the same county. We're in the same group. I don't care to know if you're good, whether you have an agenda or whether you have a vision to carry on the mission. No, we don't. We just vote for people. Good leaders ask, how can I help my people? A good leader, that's his concern. How can I help my people? How can I create opportunities? How can I protect justice? How can I leave the nation better than I found it? Every leader concerned, a good leader, I met the country in this place. If I leave, would the country go forward or backward? Every leader must be concerned over their name. Say, what I will be leaving? How can I serve my people? Because that is when when you're sleeping, the leader is up whole night thinking. That's what making to be your leader. That's what making to be your leader. Not the leader sleeping by 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the leader going to bed. They left, they're gone, they finished with their office, they finished, they're talking about they get time off. They travel anytime they feel like. When country is in crisis, they travel out of the country. What's that? Why we can't take a look at other countries? Why we can't look at Burkina Faso? I wish our leaders would take an example. Yesterday, I was listening to one of the speeches of Abraham Traore. And I said, yes. He said, listen, there's no big guy. There's no strong man in this group. He said, there's no strong man. I was not in jail and they brought me out. He said, when I was getting ready to take over, when that thing came out, I had to destroy my youth life. I destroy it just to come to power, and I would not sit there for anyone to stop us. Imagine that. Coming to power is not just because you want the power. It's not just because you want power. That's why you want to come to power. No. You took that power, and you should respect the power, and you should do exactly. He said, yes, I'm the president. I'm the leader, but I'm like a prisoner. He said, you see my bodyguards, they take me to the office in the morning, when they bring me back home, and they stand in front of the door. I'm a prisoner. He said, so I would not waste my useful life, take over, and then allow it to destroy. No. So why you run for president? Why are you running for president? Why are you want to take positions? Because of the money? Because of the money? No, you're there to serve the people. Getting into these positions is not about the finance. It's not about the money. They will protect you. They will do everything because you are the leaders. You are the leaders, but we take these positions that we turn to king, to be king. To be king, when someone criticizes you, you go after them because you're the president. A good leader serves rather than rule. Jesus taught us and his disciple, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. That's what he said. When you look in Mark chapter 10, verse 33, the world's idea of leadership is often based on what? Control. Jesus' ideas of leadership is based on service. You see, in the world, you think when they say leaders, that means you control the people. That's how we feel. But in the Bible, when they talk about leaders there to serve the people. It's services that you're giving to the people. A ruler demand, if you're a ruler demand to be served. You can listen sometimes to your leader say, you must respect me. Because I'm the leader, they say we should respect our leaders. Yes. But what are the leaders giving back to the people? What the leader is giving back, that's a ruler. Or you don't just talk to me and walk out. Do you know who you're talking to? So a ruler demands serve to be served, or leader. But guess what? A leader chooses to serve. Good leaders or ruler seek personal glory. And these are the things we got in our country, my people. That the people we electing, we voting for, they want their personal glory. Imagine we elect you to do a particular job. But when you put a rule down, we should praise you. When you just say hello, they should praise you. Everything you're doing, you put your name on it. This is donated by Mr. Kishan. I put my name on it. That's the kind of thing that we're looking for in Liberia. And that's not what we want. That is not what we want, my people. So I know you're going to church today. Oh, politics on Sunday is politics. On politics, no. Politics is part of our life. If you go to church today, the pastors will preach the same thing. The pastor will preach politics. You enter church today, the pastor will do the same old thing. So let us be wise. Let us be wise, my people. God will not come from heaven to vote for us. Sometimes I hear my people saying, oh, let's just pray to God. Let God give us good leaders. Yes, you pray to God for God to give you good leaders. But who will do the voting? Who's going to vote? So many times we have changed leaders over leaders. We have brought in all kinds of people. We started from 1980 when Liberia had a one-party system. That when President Totman was president for 27 years, he was president. William Arrow Talbot was vice president for 19 years out of that 27 years. You never heard about him having an agenda. Because according to our constitution, the vice president don't have one. The vice president is only active when the president is dead or removed, and he's in charge. And we had a one-party system. When President Talbot took over, he brought it back to a multi-party. And he also promised that he was not going to run. I was smart by then, and I listened to one of the interviews where he said, I'm not going to. I was surprised that President Totman went 2 terms. They have an election in Liberia, but you don't know, I don't know. The election was among themselves. You understand? So we overthrew him. So we came from that era, we came to military. From military, we went back to civilian. From civilian, we went back to rebels activities. We brought rebel in the country. And from there, Charles Taylor became president. Then Madam Selig became president. President Weah, now President Bouaka. What the citizen benefited? What was our benefit? The people that suppress us, the people that brought harm upon us, these are the people we glorify. We praising them. We give them the authority. And still they can't change the country. The liberators are the oppressors. Who do you want to blame? Do you want to blame the people you gave power, or you want to blame yourself that voting for them? There are good Liberians out there, let's be honest today. Your children, your daughters, your sons, they left Liberia because Liberian government could not and cannot provide for us. That is why we left from Liberia. And you that are listening to me today, if you have that same opportunity, you will leave Liberia. But when we go out there and get something, we come back to our country and share with you. And when we share with you, because we're not in politics, we are your best friends, we are your best guys or best guys. But by the time we try to get in politics, you allow the same people who not doing good, who maltreating you, to tell you that we are foreigners in our own country. Where were you? You still cry about the war. Where were you when we were fighting war? Where were you when Baco Murphy was around? Where were you when Joseph Jenkins Ramos was president? You were never around. You were never there when the other people were treating us. You were not there. You were not around when Jesus Christ was killed. Why are you worried about where were you when the war? The other people, they got family. We lie about people. We did all kinds of things. Until when we see good leaders, our eyes are closed. When we see leaders who never brought harm unto us, our eyes are closed. Because we believe that, oh, politicians lie to us. You can get 10 politicians. When one lie, you can still try the other one. You can try the other one because they're not giving you resume. You're not voting for them based on their qualification or say, oh, this person is an accountant. The Constitution says that you should vote for a Liberian or natural-born Liberian who is 35 years old and have a property worth of $25,000. That's all. They didn't say the person should be in other high school self. You can vote for a Liberian who the only thing they can do is speak Pele or speak Basso or speak Gio. They don't have to know how to speak English. That's what the Constitution says. It didn't tell you nothing about the kind of person you should vote for. But we as human beings, the Constitution gave us the authority to be wise. And the most powerful things that we, the ordinary citizen, has is the vote. The vote. I got one. I can do all the talking. I got one. The man you voted for, he got one. And you as a citizen, if you don't vote, the man can only vote for himself and he still win because he got one vote. And he will vote for, other people will vote for him. So you as a citizen, you must respect the votes. You should participate. You should be part of it because you will be the victim tomorrow. We should stop allowing them to truck us, to treat us like animals. Take us from one point to another point. You know, there's a saying that if you go in the bush to cut your medicine, remember the bush, the one that behind you, that somebody own too. So if you allow the politician to take you from district 2 and bring you to district 1 to vote, guess what happened? The men are in your district 2 bringing somebody else to vote for him or to vote for her. And at the end of the day, you got the bad leaders at the end of the day. The leaders will not respect you. They know you're not the one that voted them in. They brought people for somebody to vote for them. So they will not respect you. This is clear. The Bible says if the leader don't have vision, the nation perish. But if the leader has vision, the nation will strive. And at the same time, the leader must look for the best people. Now, when you elect the leader, that is when the leader look for technocrats. That is when the leader look for people who are qualified. That means when they appoint you to a position, you are qualified for that position. But our leaders still bring politicians because I sit on Facebook, on radio, and talk about Alex Cummings. So tomorrow when Alex Cummings win, he put me to a place that I'm not even qualified, but I accept it. And then at the end of the day, the country messed up because we got people in the wrong place. We're paying people because they're supporting them. No. There should be certain things that you're looking for in a leader. Maybe you have problem with the justice system. Maybe you want a good educational system. Maybe you want to see the farmers enjoying doing the work. We want to see them. Can we feed ourselves? In a great country like the United States, the government support farmers. They spend millions. They give money to farmers to be able to produce because we're paying taxes. How many farms in Liberia are government subsidized? No, none. What the price of a country rice in Liberia? $25. What the price of the regular Mario rice is $14. You see that? How can we feed ourselves? The government lying to us is the government versus the citizens. The government is not telling us the truth. We see them arresting drugs. Guinea is still on our land. We don't know what's happening. Yeke Kolba will remove because of making a statement, but Guinea is still occupying our land. In fact, more, they have weapons. They into Liberia, and we say nothing. Liberian, that is not leadership. This government lied to us. Let me be honest with you. All the promises. We want roads. Yes, we want roads. But who going to plow the street of Liberia? Are the citizens, the people. But if you cannot change our lives, if you cannot create the avenue for jobs, everybody want to work in government. No. Dignity of labor, we're lacking. You don't respect mechanics. You don't respect our bailers, people who doing construction work in the street. We don't respect them because that's a dirty work. That is why the ordinary man who don't know anything want to be an office boy. He'd rather be an office boy, wear his nice clothes, and behave like ministers. They would know how to pretend already. And at the end of the day, he will have a position that you yourself will be surprised. Liberians, if we don't open our eyes, it's going to be the same thing. We are the victim. We are the one going through it. We cannot be angry. I'm not saying that this government is 100% useless. No. But if you compare the good and the bad, the good is less. They concentrate on one side because they think that we are still the same. Oh, we're developing. Show me the development that we're talking about. People still driving from Robertsfield International Airport and just see small solar panel lights and go all the way in front and you start a blue. But we say, oh yes, the people fix Robertsfield Road. What make it fix? Oh, they get lights. Where is the lights? They say, oh, you can move from here to Grand Gita now. And the other people, look, government continues. The streets in Grand Gita stay the same. But they say, oh, you can move from here to Grand Gita. Yes. Where the streets stop at? 20 years, we still talking about roads, my people. Burkina Faso right here. Burkina Faso. The man gone, this boy gone, what, 3 years now? And still paving his country. And he have done things that should have been done long time. Because he's a patriot. He loves his country. But in Liberia, we see our leaders love the country. They love the country for themselves and their family. It only serve few. Look in the government. The minister there, his daughter there, his wife there, everybody there. So if you're not in the circle, you're not going to survive. The civil servant leader, would the president fire him? He fired people yesterday because they were in CDC t-shirts. And now he did the same thing. Went against the code of conduct. Or they do the same thing. You got the party secretary general of Unity Party. He is the boss for LPRC and still attend a Unity Party function, but he's still the boss for LPRC. The Unity Party chairman is the board of director of National Port Authority. And he is the chairman of Unity Party. So tell me, but yesterday we frown on people. We have that saying, do what I say, but don't do what I do. Liberians come 2029. We should make up our mind. We need a new face. We need a tail lane. When we open phone line and we ask you the first 3 names that will ever come out, either Joseph, either Bwaka, Wea, and Cummins, or Wea, Bwaka, and Cummins. the three names that will always surface, that will dominate. So don't you think that the tail lane is necessary? Don't you think that we should think about the tail lane now? Because we try these other parties. We try them. In the opposition, we have someone who has already been surfaced. Can we surround? Can we rally around Alex Cummings and push him? He might not be in your party. But now we're talking about someone who is willing, who have done it. You know, when they say, oh, this person have not been tested, is that a good statement? No. No. President Weah was president. Madam Seli was president. None of them was tested when we made them president. None of them was in leadership when we made them president. Madam Salif just served around, she was Minister of Finance, Deputy Minister of Finance, and she served other places. That is what you look at. Where the person coming from, what they did, their leadership style. Mr. Cummings served. He served other places. His record is clean. He have done it to create job. He helped his corporation that he worked with. He almost like in private school and public schools. He make the grades in the private sector. President Bouaka was not tested. He was just a vice president or messenger that will only go on error when the president says so. So he was tested, no. But we believe that, yes, he's smart. He went to school, so we know that leadership is something that he should understand. Was President Weah tested? No. Being a senator, it was not a test. He was just a senator. He was not tested. But we believe that his football style and his in his personal life, some leadership ability he had. He know how to think left and right. He understands and he's going to bring good people around him. We gave him position. But when it comes to people who are qualified, oh, this man have not been tested. Oh, we don't know the man. They're not true. Every child in Liberia knows Alex Cummings. Every child every Liberian knows the name they call Alexander Cummings. So Liberians, let us vote for quality, not quantity. Let us vote for a leader. Let us not vote because you are popular. Let us vote because the person will do the work. Let us not vote because the person can smile or because the person can dance or you don't see the person in a nightclub. A leader is a serious business. Leadership is serious business. It's not a joking thing. It's not a joke. One mistake from that leader, a lot of people in the country suffer. One mistake from the leader. We're looking for a leader who are brave to fight corruption. We're looking at a leader who is brave to fire you and prosecute you. That's the people we look at. Because corruption is a poison. Corruption is one of the worst things in our country today. That's why we can't fix the educational system, because somebody's stealing money. We can't create jobs because somebody's stealing something. We call ourselves sovereign nation, but we can't even protect our citizens. They're bringing drugs in the country. We don't know how the drugs enter the country. So imagine. Now today, they're going to privatize all the ports in Monrovia. It's a good thing. Everybody wants it. But can the government of Liberia protect the ports? That no drugs will come through the ports? Or they're trying to privatize the ports because they cannot fix the ports. So they're looking for investors to come and take over the ports to fix it. We're depending on people. If the Liberian government is serious, we can repair and we can renovate every port in Monrovia. Because they can't do it, that's why they're trying to privatize it. I agree. But since they can't even protect the one in Monrovia, drugs and other things can come through it, Imagine what will happen in Maryland. Imagine what will happen at Greenville Port. Imagine what's going to happen there. The drugs will just come in. The DA is just there. It's not that we say the president is involved, but when the president can't take action, we saw a document that came up the other day. We all have the document. When you read what's in the document, you're confused. But the government can't deny it. They said it's an AI generated thing. Liberians, put your act together. This government has already failed us. All the promises they made, the government failed us. But what do we say? Oh, you know, they say, oh, the government trying, and President Bwaka trying his best, and President Bwaka that the best president. How can you get a best president when you even end your term? That the best thing that ever happened in Liberia. There are people in the past say that the best thing that happened in Liberia too. Yesterday we saw protests in Monrovia. Some people asking the question, why the opposition was not at the protest? And this is my take. Molba Molu group is a pressure group. It's not a political party. And I don't think he invited the oppositions. He never invited the oppositions, or maybe invited other groups. If he invite them, it's a different thing. But you consider Molba Molu as a protest or opposition. His group is not a political group. Now, the face, maybe it's the problem. You know, we got to be fair. When Molba Molu in a different stage, he have a non-profit organization or pressure group. It's not a political party. The fact is that you look at Molba Molu and you say, oh, he's the former chairman of CDC. So we expect all the opposition to follow when he protesting. It don't work that way, my people. It don't work that way. We want protest, yes. I'm not against protest. I'm not even against Molu protesting. That's his right to protest. But you see, it's not about how many people show up, but what's the message? What's the message? And another thing again that I saw there, I saw a gun in Molba Molu hands. When you holding a gun with your bare hands, your fingerprints is all over the gun. It's the same way when they had a attire suffering rally. Mr. Cummings' bodyguard had a gun. But they make big issue out of it. They don't know where he worked. They don't know how he got a gun. The man who had a gun had his fingerprints all over the guns. All over that gun. One gun, I'm sorry. And what happened? We quick to spoil evidence. Molba Molu had a gun. He said his gun was planted. Who the guy that planted the gun? They arrested anybody to know. But Molu, your fingerprints now is all over the gun. If they want to incriminate you, it's easy. They say that your gun. In Liberia, they don't have no record when it comes to guns. So you see, the government will say, well, you the one brought a gun. You say the government brought it. Well, who brought a gun? That's the same old thing we're talking about. Liberians, let's be fair. You see, that is why we want responsible people, responsible government. That when citizens want to protest, all you need to do, provide security for them. Let the man speak his mind. Yesterday, we were all doing the same thing. Let the man speak his mind. Let the citizens speak their mind. Just do not destroy property. That's why the police go there and line up to the place. So I think as much as under the CDC government, they wasted hard water, they wasted other things when the protests were going beyond. But at the same time, They came up with a strategy where the police start giving food to protesters. You see, we are not enemies, my people. We are not. The government is not our enemy. We must speak the truth. Especially drugs, when it comes to the drugs issue, a lot of people are disappointed in the UP government. We don't care whether you have $100 million drugs yesterday. But the fact of the matter, we're talking about now. We're talking about now. Who brought the drugs in the country? Well, you see, we all fast in doing things. We are not sophisticated enough. We started talking. So the people that own the drugs ran away. And people tell us they leave. Who are they prosecuting? Who are they prosecuting when it comes to this drugs issue? It's a serious thing. It's a very, very serious thing. And I'm just going to play you what Alex Cummings said about this drugs issue. And it's a serious business, and we should be serious about it. For those of you who are listening to us by radio, and let us be careful, let us open our mind, let us do what is right. It is time for us to vote right people. Hey, good morning, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing great, General. And you?
I'm sorry I brought it wrong. Well, thank God everything is okay. And those of you in Radio Land and Facebook, I'm sorry I just brought it wrong tape. Let me play this speech about Alex Cummings, and then we'll open the line. And I will ask Alex to open the line for our people to come and contribute. I just want you guys to listen to what and okay, let me see.
Was seized at the Roberts International Airport. 198 compressed plates of high-grade cocaine was seized at the Roberts International Airport. The Unity Party-led government promised the Liberian people a swift, transparent, uncompromising, and independent investigation. Yet, what we have seen is quite the opposite. The investigation has been secretive, slow, and seemingly compromised. As with many past promises, such as the mysterious approval and funding of the Foya construction project, the alleged illegal mining at the Liberian-Guinea border, which has brought the two countries into conflict, and other grave matters of corruption and misrule, this government's word have proven heavy on public relations and propaganda and very light on substance. Like many of you, we are deeply troubled and frustrated by the slow, sloppy, and suspicious manner in which this investigation is being handled. And that is why we have consistently called for an independent investigation. Instead of clarity, the government has offered confusion. To date, the government has not told the public how such a massive quantity of cocaine entered our country, who brought it here, or where it originated. Are we to believe it was manufactured here in Liberia? The Unity Party-led government promised to investigate and charge all of those involved, including the big hands in government. Yet, even the slow-paced charges have only focused on the low-level handlers. But how does such a huge volume of cocaine enter any country and transit through without the knowledge and authority of people who have significant power? That is the million-dollar question the public and all of us are asking. Even more alarming is the revelation before the Liberian Senate that Michael Brown, otherwise known as U.S. Marshal, a central figure in this case, previously jailed for drug trafficking, a non-bailable offense, has mysteriously slipped out of prison and vanished without a trace. The government claims 5 suspects have been charged, yet admits it does not know the whereabouts of nearly all of them. The only suspect presented to court weeks after it was clear the drugs were at his home and his workplace is the one who voluntarily surrendered. This raises disturbing questions about collusion between state security personnel and the big hands within or close to the corridors of power. This, my people, is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Fellow Liberians, let us remind this government that drug trafficking is not just a crime. It is a direct threat to our national security, the integrity of our institutions, and the future of our children. It is a threat to our safety, our ability to travel, send food and goods in and out of our country. It is damaging to so many of our youths, and it hurts families and our nation. Around the world, drug cartels have destabilized nations, corrupted officials, fueled violence, and crippled economies. We must never allow our country to walk that dangerous path. Already, drug abuse is destroying our youth and communities. The Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, has confirmed that ghettos exist in nearly every neighborhood in and around Monrovia. Over 866 in total, serving as hubs for chronic drug use and crime. Our children are sleeping in cemeteries. Families across Liberia are suffering. The epidemic has spread to rural areas as well, leaving no community untouched and no family without pain. The pain is real. The matter is no joke, and we are not going to allow a small group of people to play with us here. We're not going to allow that. On January 29, 2024, in his annual message, President Boyka assured us that the fight against drugs was a national emergency. Yet, after nearly 2 years, the drug problem is increasing. We must therefore hold this rescue government accountable. If we fail to act decisively, in addition to destroying our young people, we risk eroding investor confidence and damaging Liberia's reputation among allies at a time when we desperately need their trust, their investment, and cooperation to grow our economy and create job opportunities for our people. This is why we need an independent investigation. The LDA parades and photographs small offenders, even publicly forcing females naked from their homes, while they slowly and secretly proceed in this large cocaine bust. This selective justice must end. I will be leading the charge to encourage my friends in the international community to investigate, preserve, and audit the process surrounding the June 8, 2026 $19.2 million United States dollars drug bust.
Okay, that is where I want to stop. When Alex Cummings said, I will be leading the charge, that means he would write the international communities. But some people who defended this government said, why Alex Cummings should call on international community? The Liberian government self call on international communities. Why? Because drugs is not an easy thing. Trust me, the other day, the American government destroyed a boat that was carrying drugs. So it's an international crime. If you don't think so, they will get involved. We will pull all strings to make sure to know where the drugs was going. They will pressurize our government, and the people already doing it. Liberians is already going through problems, my people. So let us open the line. And you can open the line from Grand Jide, from Top FM, and Alex, you can open the line. Let's hear from our people on this drugs issue. You think Mr. Cummings was right to give this speech, and how you felt about Mr. Cummings' speech, and how because that is what the leaders need to do. We have not heard from Mr. Waka. The last time he spoke, it was when he was traveling. So open the lines. When he was traveling. So open the lines.
Okay. So, well, folks, if you just joining us here, let's say good morning to every one of you. If you are following us on Radio, also on Care Radio, we are all live on the both radio stations. And it's about time that we go to the phone lines 5105 881 1435 04. You're going to be live this morning on the Independent Man for a better 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. You're going to be live here this morning. Let's hear from you. If you're there in Sando County, you can put a course in here on 0776 105 105 881 1435 04. And those of you in Monrovia, you can still use the same line. And trust me, I'm going to pick it up this morning. So we want to line a picker with a K2. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Uludu Elizabeth.
Good morning.
Are we live?
Yeah, you are live. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning to Liberians. And good morning to the General. Let me start by saying thank you for breaking it down. The reason why you've been called General, because many of us were in doubt, but at least you provided us a clarity.
Sure.
So you are General. With the topic, it is truth be told, if I never understood the part of General, I think today I must applaud him for this brilliant deliberation.
Yeah.
Many of us still struggling to understand and know the differences from that of government, opposition political parties, and that of civil society institutions. Mr. Momake Molu was a politician, was a chairman for a political party. He resigned. It's on record in the world. Now that he established his institutions, civil society institutions, that staged a protest. Then people saying that why is it that politicians, political parties never joined the protest? Yesterday, the opposition protests, some protests that were organized.
Are you still with us?
see, from the civil society, there are people who fear that they will see, they are proceeding one day, therefore they want to join. So, the statement, first statement read by Honorable Banana Speech. That statement is supposed to even be read and prepared by this very government. His speech is all in the interest of we Liberians. In fact, in my mind, he's trying to provide a system government when it comes to the drugs issue so that Liberia can be clear off. He doesn't care who is that president, who wants to be president or not. That's the thing of Mr. Cummings in my mind in that speech. All he do right there is to enter into the drug saga so that the issue about drugs being transferred to Liberia from drug to whatever is going, let it be known to the world that Liberia is not a drugs country, it's not manufacturing drugs, a drugs trafficking country. So let us all be able to applaud Mr. Cummings as well. Thank you for having us, and we are following the show gradually.
Thank you so much for being part of it. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504. Let's hear from you. 0776-105-105 881. We go on the line and pick up this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Alexander Wuru. I go by the name Shaka Babik Bidizu. I call you from Sweden, Cranball Music Empire.
Welcome to the program, Chief.
We call mechanic analysis. I must appreciate General, but then my concern has to do with Mr. Alexander Cummings. How many jobs Liberian expect, to have when he ascends as the president? And you think General can tell us, without him being a president of Liberia, there are not other impact he can make as an honorable man in the society, or coming as a vice bearer to one of these political parties, move like to see impacting the country, bringing businesses. These are some of my political mechanic concerns.
All right. Thank you. General, we're going to respond to you on that.
Okay, mute. Let me respond. Okay, if nobody on the line, let me respond to that. If nobody respond to him. Okay, my brother, I listened to your question, and whether if he's president, how many jobs you think he will create, and also if he's not president, or why he can't join or not. Let me make this thing clear. We'll continue to make the whole thing clear. Nobody run for vice president first. The Constitution never tells you that as you can run for vice president. Vice president don't even have an agenda. So let us stop pretending. For you to be a vice president, vice candidate, the person who is the standard bearer will ask and bring their own vice president. When we vote for that president, a vice president goes. In the Constitution, it made it clear, it tells you the role of the president. And also is the same role of the vice president if the president is out. The president, the vice president position is not a position that you never heard one day that a vice president come with their own agenda from the president agenda. No. So it's just a ceremonial position. The only thing we need to know from a vice president is this person qualified to take over when this president is out, or if something happened to the president. That's all. That's what we need to know. That when you want to select somebody who is ready to take over anything. So this vice president issue, please put it to rest. Nobody run for it. And also, Mr. Cummings have already been making impact. But the impact that Mr. Cummings is making, you will not feed it. I will not feed it. So even if Mr. Cummings got a business that he got right now, and I will be honest with you, I might be a little bit, maybe less. Mr. Cummings got over 30 Liberians on salary, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I brought it down a little bit. People who work for him in Liberia. That 30, it got nothing to do with you. It's only going to transform the life of 30 Liberian, 30 families. Every Liberian can say, So they got some people who got businesses. And what I'm talking about is just sometimes of domestic servant or people who drive for him or people who doing other stuff. There might be more, but the one that I know about, people that work for him. So that is not what is not. But when you talk about impacting life, he also got students on scholarship. He helping other Liberians. So he helped with just help few. He will only help few Liberians no matter what happened. But when you are president of Liberia, the president of Liberia is where you fix everything from, because it's the only position. He has the power to fight corruption, to stop corruption. You know, if you're in the Senate or the representative, you can't make the difference. You need majority to make the difference. At the Supreme Court, you need majority to make the difference. Simple majority. So if the other group say no and you alone say yes, it's for nothing. The senators, the same thing. If you don't have more, whatever you put on the floor, it will not go nowhere. So Dillon can cry for non to judgment. They say, I want to reduce the salary. If a friend then say no, it won't go anywhere. But the president of Liberia can make the difference. And let me tell you, the guys, the president of Liberia can reduce salary if he want to. Because the president of Liberia is the one that make the budget. The president is the one that determine where development will go, not the senator or the representative. So this whole thing about vice president, please, Liberians, you don't need to tell somebody who go as vice president. Nobody run for vice president. Mr. Bwaka was there for 12 years. He was packed. President Talbot was vice president for 19 years. Nobody heard about him. He was just vice president and he was just a messenger. Dogolier and Moses Blah was vice president to Charles Taylor. Nobody heard about him. You know what I'm saying? Madam Joy Howard Taylor was vice president. She was just a messenger. A messenger, when the president tired, they sent you. So this whole vice president issue, you're leaving. The people who won't run for vice president, the one who ready Abu, not run himself, who begging for vice president because you don't run. That means you have to go beg somebody, let me go as your vice president. That means you're desperate. So Liberians, leave it. Alex Cummings is not running for vice president. He's running for president. If you don't vote for him, fine. Even he can go to a convention. It's up to him. And it's up to the person to accept it. Some people don't want to waste their time. Some people don't want to say, I got to go as vice president. You Abu. You won't be. Hey, listen. Anybody who want to be vice president just because they want the power? No. But they got to ask you. President, we are asked to wear Taylor. Mr. Bwaka went to Jeremiah Kuhn. Madam Serif went to Mr. Bwaka. And Mr. Taylor called Dogolier. And Moses Blah said, I want to be a vice president. That's it. So let us learn. It's not about you ask that question, but we just say asking the same question. Mr. Cummings is above vice president position. When you look at his record, he's above it. Mr. Cummings is not desperate that he must be president. No, he's not desperate that he must be president for his own benefit. His desperation comes in because of lack of leadership. His desperation is because of no school in the country. His desperation that they can't even find a solution to create jobs. His desperation that our concession agreement is still old. His desperation is that the corruption is too high. His desperation is that our government is dishonest. His desperation that most of our people in Liberia, the officials, are corrupt and nobody taking action. That's his desperation. That is why he want to be president. Well, we are still right. You still got the right to ask the question, but he's still impacting lives. But he can impact one person's life in Maryland, it will not help you. He can impact one person in Monserrato, it still will not change you. He can build houses for cheap price, it still will not help you because you know what? The place he building it, you're not there. So open the lines again. Let's hear. And Two Zone, are you on the line yet? Are you there? Go ahead, open the line.
All right, so we go back to the phone line. Is getting here from you 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's pick up this person here this morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your topic. when Joseph Baka or Honor Eric Johnson said it.
Can you just introduce yourself for us?
Hmm?
Introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
this is Wood Director of the South Eastern region,
Go ahead,
the
Chief.
regional Wood Director, formerly called Ramsey Nemo. Get me?
Yeah, you are live, Ransom. Go ahead.
Thank you for your comment. What you are saying this morning is true, but for our personal,
All right. We lost him.
He's out.
0776
He's out.
Yeah. So you can still call back and let's hear from you. 0776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers support you through this morning. 0776 105 105 881 143504. And you will be part of the show here this morning on the Independent Man for a Better Liberia. Let's hear from you. You listen to General this morning. It's about time that we hear from you. 776 105 105 881 143504. 0776 105 105 881 143504. We pick up this person. Good morning.
Yeah, come on, dear brother.
Yeah, near where do you join us from?
Okay, my name is Tabby Weather, and I join you from the Tama Pilot.
Welcome to the platform.
Thank you. The issue of what trust busy, my brother. We are getting tired of it. Just when I find issues in Europe, we just have to come on the radio to speak about it. But when it comes to drug issue, you can never talk about drugs. Now, sometimes in the zero era, they do not find drugs that were going there. How the government managing it? So the drug issue, before we fight drugs, I believe that they won't give it to the tribal people, the traditional people. They will do the best. More per dollar in the rural area. And the only way that the drug issue will finish, you will see where you know your own brother that are selling drug, you will see them to the checkpoint that is actually there. When you see Nigeria man working and sell drugs, they get allowed, then they pass the go. At the end of the day, you go to the rural area where FE, nothing, you will see drug. How the drug managed to go there. People are doing drug manufacture there. So really, it hard. So thank God for Arizona coming to report this to the international community so that we can see the result of it. Thank you for your show.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. Let's take this person here this morning. Okay, so 0776 105 105 881 143504. 0776. We go on a line and pick up this person. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Wu.
Yeah, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, Captain Bro, once again. The question always been in my mind and I often forget. So please allow me to ask this question to the general today so that I can forget. General, I guess you might get a little bit idea of the history of the ANC. So can you please tell us how many persons that established this ANC, what year and month ANC was established? I'm really curious to know, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 0776 105 105 881 143504. We pick up this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
You're near where do you join us from?
Yeah, I'm Christopher Kwe, calling you from our community.
Christopher, welcome to the program.
Yeah, for me, I had a question.
Go ahead, Chief.
So, I want to understand that the way Arizona Kume, he read international community about the drug issue. So, are you really thinking that we think that something good will be able to come from after the investigation? That what me I want to know. What do we really do after?
All right. If you run after what they would do, no problem. We take another person here on the line. Hello.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from New Jersey Gulf community.
Welcome to the platform.
Yeah, I want to thank the host for this program, and it is good that we are trying to push for good governance in this country. Arizona comments remain the main man, the key man that can change this country. United Party and the CDC, they have failed. They have keep this country in doldrum, and we don't want for our people to keep suffering in this country. Everywhere you go, even check the young people around. How many of them have a bank account? People are living in total subnormality because of bad. Of recent, we saw how kind of been describing opposition leaders. We want to tell the information ministry that they should not come with that intellectual disability to discredit people because they are not providing relevant information. They must make sure that this country, every information or every sources that they are taking that information from, it shouldn't be in in in, in the form of misbelief, misappropriate, inappropriate. This is wrong. He has a master's degree. Is not his past performance can judge his future performance in this country. He has a very clean record. He's a global icon, and we need deep into the red path. So thank you.
Keep your calls coming in this morning on 0776 105 105 881 1404. Let's hear from you. 0776. We go on the line and pick up this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're near. Where do you join us from?
I'm Kokora from Kawa.
Welcome to the platform.
All right. Tell you for the show. Well, what I have to say about the case that you put on the floor. You see, I suppose Mr. Kumi, I tell you the case to where it can. But I don't know the reason why she carry the case there because we finish getting the crew and do that thing that they're the trust of that. Bien, man, no kubo carry, I told me no kubo carry to her. Our operators not here. Come on, just carry, and be ultimate because it says that for it, because I told okay, grandfather. I said to grandfather do all that time. You have gone in a sugar farm, you are in a sugar farm. I don't care if you go arrest him. I said, why you want to pay debt for us? Come on, no way to bring the other case back. Come on, is the case. They got to come. He got to draw here now. That is him.
All right, thank you. 0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear from you. 0776 105 105 881 143504. You're going to be live on the platform here this morning. Keep your calls coming in. Let's hear from you this morning on the program Independent Minds for Better Liberia. 0776
If no calls coming in, you can pause so I can come in. You can pause so I can come in.
Go ahead.
Okay, for those of you who are making the calls, you are right. And someone asked what will happen because Mr. Cummings, listen, the drugs issue is a very important thing around the world. The international community takes serious action. So Mr. Cummings definitely going to let them know that they will still do the investigation. That means how drugs come into Liberia. Because these drugs will leave from Liberia and will enter another country. Because this drug was going all the way, according to the information we got, was going to England. That's where the drugs was going. So the same way the Liberian government called on international community. You see, if you don't have, because remember, the ANC came up with a statement before and wrote the government that we need answers. We want for the government to tell us what is going on. Now, the political leader came out because it been over a month, the government is not telling us everything. So now, since they can't do it, Mr. Cummings don't run the government. So Mr. Cummings calling on the international community, because when it comes to drugs, everybody is concerned around the world. We call on our big brothers to help us, to investigate. Maybe they know something. Maybe they will be able to put eyes on Liberia too. So if they're making people mad about it, well, that's it. But the real truth, even the Liberian government usually call the international community to help them. But because this one, they know about it, that's why they're not calling on the international community, because they know the people who did it, who in charge. But the arresting people, these are just the people who receive. So we don't know. They put the names they call, they out of the country. They allow these people to leave the country already. So we don't know. But at the same time, we'll continue to pressurize. This government must tell us how the drugs enter the country and who brought the drugs in the country. That's their job, to protect us, to protect the borders. The LDA must know. You understand? Now let's go. Someone and Doe asks when ANC was founded. ANC was founded around, if I'm mistaken, around 2013. ANC was founded. The chairman now for ANC, Lafia Good, was one of the founding members. Lafia was with and CDC. They decided to form the Alternative National Congress, the ANC. They left the CDC and they decided to form their own group. And they founded that group. And Lafia Good was one of those who was the founding member. And then they brought in Kwame Clement. Kwame Clement and a lot of other people came into the ANC. By that time, Mr. Cummings was not part of ANC. Mr. Cummings was never part of ANC. And the first elected officials of the ANC who won an election was the former Bapulu, the late Yeten. Yeten was the first guy that ever won a seat. By then, Mr. Cummings was not even part of the party. Then come 2016, when the friends of Cummings, when Cummings retired, and people went to Mr. Cummings and said, listen, we need you, and this and that. You know, people got to petition you. And the friends of Cummings decided, they said, okay, but instead of forming a new party, after they had the friends of Cummings, instead of forming a new party, they decided to choose a party to join. And that was the party they chose, the ANC. So they went and joined the ANC. But some people don't understand. In politics, if you get into a political party, you want your president to be fair. And in Liberia, what happened? The man with the money leads the party. If you don't have money, don't run for president in Liberia. In America, you can run for anything because the people will give you money. In Liberia, the people don't give you money. So you that want to run or want to head the party, they ask you to put your hands in your pocket. So that is how Mr. Cummings came to the ANC. But ANC was founded around 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And then 2017, Mr. Cummings was the standard bearer. And one of the best things that happened to ANC, I will be honest with you today. If you minus Mr. Cummings from ANC, you know, ANC was a small party, but it was a faster growing party. Everybody were going over to the ANC. That's why you hear sedition are saying that ANC is part of CDC. Yes, you hear them saying it because there are former seditions who cross over and form a new party. You understand? So that's it. But if party was not funded by Mr. Cummings, even when you look on the Constitution, I think Heron Costa's name is there too. So there are a lot of people. And then after Mr. Cummings then took over, some people started leaving. Other people were disenchanted. And some people went back. Kwame Clement have their own job to do, but they wanted him to be the standard bearer. That's what I noticed. So, but he's not a founder. But Lafia Good today, who is the chairman, he was one of the founding members. I even knew a guy who they call Lassana, and his last Tuareg, not Lassana Tuareg, his last name is Tuareg, who know the whole thing about the whole ANC, and he was showing me some documents. So ANC came around 2013, and the first time they won opposition, that when Yeten, the former Bobolo senator, late Senator Yeten, won the election. So he was the only ANC guy in the Senate at the time. But so far, and that's it, and then ANC, Mr. Cummings. So you see, just a one party. So Mr. Cummings brought in more glory to the party, more strength. So that's it. So He said just going to leave his party and switch with another party, but we will collaborate. I know sometimes people wondering, we'll collaborate, but the collaboration is not now. Maybe by 2028, because we got to all do our fighting. We got to make sure we stand on ground. So we call it on opposition. Ellis Cummings is the best guy. Liberians, if you don't know, you can't hold him. Why you think people do attack? They also attack Mr. Cummings personally. They don't tell you that Mr. Cummings is not qualified. They tell you, oh yeah, Mr. Cummings can do this. Mr. Cummings is the best. But let Mr. Cummings go as this to do this. Listen to me, and I will make it clear. I will make it clear. For me personally, if Mr. Cummings intend to go as vice president, I will not support that ticket. I will not, because it's not a ticket. Because nobody vote for vice president. It is not a ticket. It is not a ticket. Malaika. It is not a ticket at all. Why? I'm not supporting Mr. Cummings to go as vice president. That is not what I supported him for. So if anybody think that, I'm not desperate myself, but I'm saying that it's not a ticket, because anybody can win that ticket. The first thing is a good way to say, well, you can put Ellis Cummings on your ticket. He's a good guy, but he will not be running the country. So why should I waste my time to vote for your ticket? You go get somebody that is not okay, and you put Ellis Cummings on it. Then I should vote for them because Ellis Cummings is on that ticket. Listen, you won't get versed with me, get versed with me. But I will not vote for that ticket. I will not vote for that ticket. The change for Liberia is now. If we can't get it in 2029, let's just forget it. But I personally am making it clear on this radio. I will not vote for no ticket. I will not support no ticket where Alexander Cummings is the vice standard bearer of that ticket. It's not a ticket. Anybody can run campaign and win that ticket. Because guess what? The only message, telling people say, well, you can carry Ellis Cummings from now to judgment that he's good, but his agenda will not be in place. He will not be running the country. So even you tell me, say, oh, Mr. Cummings will just be in the back running the country, so then we just get a temporary president, we just got to compensate somebody as president, Liberian people, you're forgetting me. You're making a point. Mr. Cummings will go to CDC, go with vice president to go against, to go as vice president to George Weah. Yo, please stop it. I don't want May 1st this morning because it will not happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. We're not desperate. We're desperate for the change. But if you don't want to change, we always sit in there. That's it. And for me personally, it's not for the job. Because it's not for the job, I will jump to all the other parties that have been in power, from the CDC to the UP, and I will enjoy myself and come back again to ANC. So it's not about what? We worry about Liberia. We want to go to Liberia when they say 50 cents we pay. We're not novice. We go to that country every time we got our link, we got everything. Our pockets are empty because of Liberia. We worry about what our people will eat. We worry about going to schools. People calling you and asking you for rent. We can't help everybody. But I'm saying it now on my own. I'm not speaking for nobody. I'm speaking for myself. As much as I want Ellis Cummings to be president of Liberia, if for me to waste my time in making vice president, not in my book, not under my watch, I'm out. It will not happen. Never belongs to God, but it's not nothing to for me to think about. I'm supporting him to be president because I love his agenda. I love his consistencies. I love him when he said, we will prosecute corruption. That's why I follow him. We will create jobs in the private sector. That is why I follow him. We will go into infrastructure, agriculture, roads, and good drinking water, internet connectivity. That is why I follow him. We will create a better education. We will create jobs for our people. That is why I follow him. We will unite the people. We will bring people from all parties to work in the government. That is why I support Mr. Cummings. And the only way he can do it, we will make him president. The one that he's doing it will only help few people who lucky. It's not going to help the whole country. But as president of Liberia, every sector will benefit. We'll get our fair share from corporations. We'll not use the same old something. We'll know our own diamonds. We'll control it. We'll make our money. That every citizen who doing the job will have a living wage. That is why I support him, because that is what he told me, and that's what's on the agenda. And
I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country. Is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the how's. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above
If you listen to it, that is why I support Alex Cummings. All the Liberian politicians will tell you something different. The only person, it was last election that came closer, it was Tiawon Gonglo who came over a platform. And in the platform, he had 5 of this. And I was joking here, I said, well, you got 10. Why you make it so complicated? That is why I support Mr. Cummings. He broke it down. This is what we need to do as a nation. That is why we go after people. Not just to say, oh, we'll remove this, we'll do this. No, it's on paper. And he's saying it. In the great United States, there were people like the former mayor of New York. He said, I don't need salary. He only got $1 a year just to eat because he don't need it. Alex Cummings don't need the money. He spent more than what a president makes. But it's not that he bragging. But how much money you alone will get? The money he got is for him and his grandchildren. Yes, the government will protect you. Yes, they will give you food. They will give you security. He said, but my money will be used for other purposes. If this man can purchase a generator that costs $65,000 for LBD and for BWI, If this man can build a computer lab for University of Liberia that costs $30,000, if this man build the Nimba Community College, the engineering department from the foundation up, he built it. Then tell me, do you really think he needs it? But his leadership ability, he want to try, he want us. I know we must give him chance. Let us give him chance. So if we get any call there, Alex, you must let me know. Tuzon, you just showing your face. I don't know what you up to today. And you have any calls there, let me know. But we'll soon be wrapping up. If anybody call you, please let me. But Liberians, so these are the things. So even if you carry Ellis Cummings as VP, all the thing he's talking about is for nothing. It's for nothing. He will not implement it because he's a VP. He will not implement it because he's a VP.
We have a call on the line. Can we just put in the person? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Again, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from New Georgia. You know, I'm so much interested in this topic this morning, and I follow the 0 point. And I want to tell the Liberian people that they must be very careful, especially with these people who are very avaricious for power. They wouldn't want to come to power for greed. But Mr. Cummings stands a better chance. Mr. Cummings is different from them. We don't want to keep our society in where politicians will come to power to make or bad decisions. We don't need bad decision makers like what we see in the past and present regime. It is very disheartening to see our country at this level. And to the Liberian people, they need real change. And Mr. Cummings has presented as a good leader. Listen to the audio. The audio was very, very clear. And you could see how honest Mr. Cummings is. So thank you for having me again, and I appreciate you very well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pick up this next person here. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chief. How do you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join us from?
So this Abraham car. You from very Boulevard.
Abraham, welcome to the platform.
Thank you. I want to appreciate the people general for his commitment to us. Totally not. Material is 5 points. And I hope that these points will be taken into consideration. We pray that people will be able to listen to this passages this Sunday in a week. We do not take into consideration what I to you now. Your 2029 is the last target. And with the number of years, ages that we are currently at the analysis year or 2 years, less investment. And now that's coming out. We need to build on this advances currently now and start to do different things. So once again, I appreciate General. I saw a better story last time, but we are currently learning after graduation and things. So our general every time, yeah. But this ago I will appear one day.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, General. If call coming out, let you know.
Okay. So, Liberians, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. I got a very important call coming in. Hold on, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, I just got a surprise call from Mr. Cummings. And I was surprised. So he watching the show. And good morning to your end from my end. Good morning, Mr. Cummings.
Good morning, Manir. Good to hear your voice. Thank you for the show, for independent minds thinking about the future of our country. We are very, very grateful. This is all about Liberia, not about any one person. And we all need to think about and, do the right things to move our country forward and reduce the suffering of ordinary Liberians. Too few people are benefiting from our country. And we all need to work together so that everybody can benefit and we reduce the suffering and we can move Liberia forward.
Okay, Mr. Cummins, we just listened to your speech. We just played it, and the people making a comment on it, and they are happy. And it's saying that, please, you say you will take this whole drugs thing personal and you will get to the international community. Do you want to commit yourself and let them know to say, yes, what you said is what you meant?
Absolutely. What I said is what I meant. And, these things happen behind the scenes. They don't happen in the open. But absolutely, we're pushing and trying to facilitate, an independent investigation so that we get to the bottom of this issue, because it's affecting the country, the perception of how people think about Liberia, affecting the perception of people who want to come and do business and create jobs. And of course, the drug issue itself is a big problem in the country. So we are taking it very seriously, and we're trying to do our best so that we get to the bottom of this, so we can, stop and deter others from, benefiting from the drug issue.
If you have one message to give your people, your Liberian people, what encouragement?
So we can change, the suffering, we can reduce it, and we can just help each other and work together to change our country. We got the resources. It's all about how we manage it, not in our personal interest, but in the interest of all Liberians. And so let's be hopeful, but let's make the right decisions in the future.
Okay, and my last thing is that I usually talk about your 5 watts, and I just play it again, and everybody impressed about it. Some people that the first time hearing it, and where you said you will not take a salary, you don't want the salary. God bless you. Can you commit yourself? There's other people hear it from you again, because sometimes it sounds different in the ears. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone went dead. I missed Mr. Cummins. I'm very sorry. My phone is dead. Okay, guys. Jesus Christ. But anyway, and Tuzon, you listen, you could hear him. Yeah. And Alex, you heard him?
Yes,
okay, Liberians, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Mr. Cummins, surprising a call. Next time he will call the station, he will call the number, because he texted me first. He said, what's the number there? But before I could talk, he make the call. Okay. But he watching the show live. And Liberians, and mute yourself, and Alex. And mute yourself. And so, and this was the voice of Alexander Cummins. I missed his, and my phone went off. Man, this is my cell phone. Yeah, I'm feeling bad now. But anyway, that Tuzon, because of my phone not even charging, because I've been calling him since this morning, and then today my phone, I forgot to put it on charge. But that was the voice of Alexander Cummins, the political leader of ANC. Once in a while, he would call the show. And I had some other things we're going to. I wanted to show you guys the other side of Mr. Cummins after the interview. He got some jokes. The other time he asked me, he said, why they call you the general? And, and then he asked, he said, the Lofa man, how to go give him the name Lofa? Julius, a whole county name. They make him speak any tribe from Lofa said. But anyway, guys, that is the guy they call Alexander Cummings. And we are serious about it. Open the line. Let me know if anybody listen to Mr. Cummings and want to react to what he just said. If you want to comment on it, and then from there we can call it or day. Tuzo, is there any call coming to you, Tuzo? Because Eloy won't talk to you.
No call.
Okay, Alex, you the man of the day.
Yeah, I'm listening to the show. Because
Any
on the oral
call coming to you?
It was so embarrassing today, man. The question the brother asked Mr. Cummings, our leader, the question was not clear. Why you have the Liberian people to tell them to encourage them? That question was help, or they respond were not clear to us. So I beg you next time you please were on the line. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, my phone went dead, my brother. Yeah, my phone went dead, my brother.
Hello.
Yeah, so.
Good morning, yeah, me. Where do you join from?
Good morning, yeah. This is Abraham one more vision purpose in. So I think the questions was clear, but the problem he had a break in. So the individual who did not understand, I think next time will be due to network problem. But for me, I want to ask a question to him, but unfortunately they went off, and the question was to be the drugs, with the arrogances of the present government, and he wanting to bring international people as well. The relationship between he and the government to accept the international people for investigation, it's smooth. Yeah, that's all.
He just texted me to say what happened with my phone. Maybe he might call back again.
Maybe next Sunday, so that I can get clarity from him.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the information.
Thank you. We take another person. Yeah, General, if you get it, just let us know.
Yeah, I will let you know.
0776105105 881-143504. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Yania. Where do you join from?
Yeah, Emmanuel again. I call from New Jersey. Actually, I listened to Mr. Cummings very well. Mr. Cummings presented himself in a very good manner, in a very good way. He bring that honest state again. He has shown himself. There's nothing to say about 2029. I think it is time now Liberian people make a good decision. This is the man who have a very good global record, and our country is under this global scheme where we are being embarrassed as one of the poorest countries in the world, according to World Bank. And even the Global Hunger Index has set a clear where we are among the hungriest countries in the world. I think it's time now, Mr. Cummings, who have done well in the global sector, it's time now we bring him to governance. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yania, where do you join from?
My name is Woki. I call from the President City.
Welcome to the platform.
Yeah, just your main yesterday. Talk about when Mr. Kume again began for president for CDC. If Mr. Kume began for president for CDC, no problem. Even began for president for CDC, no problem. CDC get a for president. And president will be Mr. Kume to be vice president for CDC. Yesterday, about it. Plenty people rejected him, about it. So nobody forcing him to be vice president for CDC. And two,
okay, I just got a call. Can you just hold on one
when he took the way Brandon restored him money.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Cummings. My phone went dead, and you are live. And people were calling in. The last question they said they couldn't get was when I asked you what message you have for the Liberian people, their hopes and aspirations. And the other guy said he listened to everything, but only that part of it he couldn't hear. So if you can tell them again what encouragement you have for them.
Yeah, no. As I said, I want Liberians to continue to be resilient. We are resilient. We're tough people. We don't give up. We're very hopeful people. We're very optimistic, and we need to keep that spirit because I believe better days are ahead. I don't think God meant for us to be suffering. And, Providence, He will bless us, things will change. But it's also up to us. It's up to us to be hopeful, to be optimistic, to be resilient, tenacious. But it's up to us to make the right choice in 2029 as to who we want to lead us. My favorite saying is you cannot keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. If you have a battery radio, the battery run down, you keep putting the same battery in the radio will not work. You got to put a new battery. And so if we keep selecting the people with the same experience, the same results, just because we know them, and nothing will change. We need to try something different experiences, to give ourselves a chance to change the country. So it's up to us in 2029 to make different choices. And if we make the different choices, I think God will bless us and we can begin to change our country, reduce the suffering, create jobs for our people, opportunities for our young people, so that Liberia can move forward. And we can become like Ghana, like Ivory Coast, like Rwanda, like Kenya. We can move our country forward if we make some different choices in 2029.
And then people say, why are you saying that you don't want salary when you will be working? They say they didn't believe it.
Yeah, because I've been blessed. I've been blessed that I can, take care of myself, my family, my children, my grandchildren. And so my aspiration is to get the chance to work with Liberians who can change our country. And so my aspirations for the presidency is to use the job to work with Liberians to change Liberia. I'm not looking for the job because I want to take money. I want to play that big shot business. All of those things. That's not what's attractive to me. I just want a chance to take the job to change the country. And so I don't need the money or any other, what they call the trappings of the job. That's not what appeals to me. Is the chance, because if you want to change the country, that job is a job that allows you to change the country. And so it's not about the salary, etc. So I will not take a salary. Whatever the salary is, we'll use it and we'll give it back to charity. Likely in the educational area, but in some area. And we'll make it transparent. Liberians will know what we're doing with it. Because again, the ambition is to use the job to change the country, not for any other reason.
And one of the questions that Liberians usually ask, they say, we will listen to Mr. Cummings, but at the end of his statement, he never one day say, listen, I need your support. I want you to support me. I want you trust me. They say Mr. Cummings will just give all the things, but it's like he won't tell us to support him. He like the other people will come and say, I want you to vote for me. So what do you want to say on that, Mr. Cummings? He said you don't even tell them to support you.
I hope, well, maybe I've been wrong, obviously, because I thought it's kind of obvious that, I'm trying to make the case for people's support. Of course, this is not election time, so I can't be asking people to vote for me.
No, you just say vote, but they say support.
I ask for people to support me, yes, and maybe it's not obvious, but I'm making it obvious now. I'm looking for people's support when election time comes in 2029. And yes, that's the reason why I'm doing all of this, trying to make the case, trying to explain why, given the opportunity, we will work with Liberians to change our country so that everybody can benefit from, the great resources that God has blessed us with.
The one time we and myself were talking, and we talk about the children on drugs, Mr. Cummings. You say you sometimes drive down and you see you see the Liberian young children on drugs. What comes to your mind? You say you sometimes think about your own, that child will be your child. What comes to your mind, Mr. Cummings?
Yeah, no, look, I don't know how our leaders, our senators, our representatives, our president, our vice president, our minister, I don't know how they sleep at night, knowing that, the Liberian people give them the responsibility, the authority to look after all of us. And yet they go to bed with their stomach full, and yet our young people are struggling to find jobs, they're on drugs. The reason why our young people are on drugs is because they feel hopeless, they're hopelessness. They don't have jobs, they don't have skills, nobody looking after them. And yeah, it's a bother, it's a worry. It could be me. I I often say, oh, but for the grace of God, there goes me, or there goes my son, or my daughter, or my grandchildren. Yes, I actually wonder how the leaders we've entrusted with responsibility and the authority to change our lives, change our how to sleep at night, when they look at the suffering in the country, primarily with our young people, and also with this, this drug issue.
Now, the people calling the ABC 3.0, the guy who gave a speech the other day, I don't know where he came from, but I think you and I got to look at, like, I think that gloves, keep it on. Keep on that boxing glove, because now I think I will call you ABC 3.0. You okay with that?
Yeah, look, however people want to describe me, I'm okay with it. Everybody will describe me differently. Everybody interprets who I am differently. And I'm comfortable ABC 3.0. At the end of the day, I have to be who I am.
Yes.
But I also have to, meet the country where it is. And that's the balance we're trying to strike. For me, this thing is not personal. It's about the country. It's about the people.
Yeah.
And it's not about attacking people and trying to bring people down, because that hasn't gotten us anywhere, frankly. Yeah. It's about the ideas. It's about what we will do. It's about the passion, the care we have for our country and people, and we're trying to change the politics of the country. We in this, what I call, we in a race. We race into the bottom of the barrel as opposed to race into the top, to push each other, to bring each other up, and with better ideas and support each other. That's the positivity we're trying to bring to our politics and to our country.
Okay, ABC, I'm not going to hold you down. No people won't talk, I know. But those of you who are listening, this is the guy, the man himself, Alexander Cummings. And I was surprised. He gave me a surprise call. He watching the show. He usually follow. But guys, and this is Alex Cummings. And maybe he might call the station one day, call into you guys. So don't feel jealous that he called my line. Okay, ABC, I'll talk to you later. And God bless you. Take care of the family. Yeah. And you can eat your little dry rice and fried fish today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mani. Thank Sheik as well. The next time we'll call Sheik number, so I can take calls as well.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So thank you, sir. Okay, boss.
Right.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. Okay, that was Alexander Cummings. We ended it, and I don't want to keep him because we're all the time. I see Alex there shaking, throwing sound to me, and Tuzon on the other side after being out for some time. And guys, we're sorry that we're out for some times. And those of you who are listening by Kia Radio, we had some difficulties, and I think it says Tuzon stepped on one of the wire apparently, and everything went off. And we're trying to find the wire that he stepped on. Finally, we got it yesterday. We saw the wire right under his feet. But anyway, and it was a beautiful show today. And Tuzon, what's the reaction? But you listened to he was clear on the radio?
Yeah, Mr. Cummings was clear, and I got records on it on my phone, so I'll make sure I send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Alex, he was clear. You listened to him. Okay. You want to see for the last time we can get one or two callers, and then we'll call it a day, please. We gotta go to church.
This person. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning and welcome. Your name? Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Abraham Nyamgis calling from Carwell, Churchy Pusa. How are you?
We are good. Thanks for asking. Welcome to the platform.
I overheard our incoming speaking, and I've said that chill and I've said that happy.
Okay.
I will be so pleased and happy to see Honorable Cummings coming to take over our country. Besides that, we've been having the leaders that been and this is our country, our resources, because of people who carry this country that don't want to develop this country, but they can go to another country to support country and can bring that picture into our country. But besides that, we pray that Cummings take forward. I pray for God blessing the point in life. I pray that one day I will see him in person to talk to him.
Okay.
God bless you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
I always follow this show.
Always
follow this show.
Thank you.
Follow up this show and bless my relatives.
Let's talk to the next person. Oh, I think the person slipped off. Okay. So, General, go ahead.
Okay, guys, we want to say thank you very much for everything tomorrow.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Abraham Carr.
Yeah, Abraham Carr.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham, you online. Let's go.
Abraham, you breaking in. No, I think your line is bad. Your line is bad. So, General, we can go because of time. Yeah.
Yes. Again, tomorrow I will be having with me the Secretary General of ANC. You'll be coming in the studio there, and Desmond Nameland will be in studio, and we'll talk about and some of the things that they plan to do. And I want to say, Alex, thank you very much for everything you do. And to the people of Grangida, I love you guys. Zwedru, and keep following Top FM, and to the CEO there and Mr. Kroma. And let us do, and I'm going to make sure that I'm doing everything in my own power to make sure that Top FM be one of the best in Grangida. Very, very soon, we'll be expanding the transmitter, and we'll make sure that the people in and all the counties around there will hear Top FM. So, guys, have a beautiful day until tomorrow. My name is Munera Quen Kishen Jr., the General, aka the General, not a military general, a civilian general, and former Inspector General, and also the General of Opinions. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you. Do not allow another man to throw his trash on you. No matter how long you keep a laser in the water, it will never turn to a crocodile. And I want to leave this with you. Whatever you do for you, whatever you do for yourself, it will die with you. But whatever you do for others and the world, it will remain as immortal. You will die, and people will still carry on that. People will still remember you. So this is who I am. Thank you very much. My name is Munera. Y'all have a beautiful day. Share the stream out of yes, Juzon. I'm still trying to.
The general says, Liberians, our youth are not criminals. They are our future. They are our precious jewels. One nation, one people, united we stand, divided we fall. It's time to rise and save our generation. Drug-free Liberia, let us stand as one. Help our sons and daughters before their lives are gone. Pastors, leaders, government, hear the cry. Too many young people falling every day and night. One love, one love, one love, one love. Around the streets, what do we see? Young people crying for opportunity. Some lost in drugs, some lost in pain, trying to survive through the struggle and rain. That boy on the corner could be my brother. That young girl suffering could be your mother. That drug affected man is somebody there. So why do we judge instead of showing care? We cannot sit and pretend we don't know, while the future of Liberia slowly falls below. The youth are tools, precious and bright. They need direction, love and light. Community leaders, where do we stand? Pastors and teachers, let us join hands. Government leaders, let the people cry. Save our children before another dies. Stop putting politics inside this fight. Drugs destroy both day and night. Let's go after dealers poisoning our land and help the victims rise again and stand. JMD, oh! Drug-free like